Hi and welcome to Second Chance Classics. Here we're going to do a series of videos showing some of the methods and materials we use in the workshop. Today I'm going to show you some of the products we're using on something we've called Project Midnight, which is a joint venture with hbbody, highlighting some of their new products available on the market. Today we're going to be on this bonnet, we're going to be using 987 epoxy primer, and then we will be moving on to the wings, which will also get a coat of 987 epoxy primer. 987 is an epoxy sealer and is suitable for sealing in existing paint finishes like we've got on the wings, or bare metal finishes like we have on the bonnet. The bonnet's been pre-prepped with 80 grit, all the stone chips removed. The wings were in good condition, they have been painted before, a little bit of rust around the edges which we've dealt with, and so we're just going to seal in the original paintwork to show you how it works. Now this stuff has a 45-minute to an hour flash off for wet and wet purposes, and once that's done we're going to use two different substrates after that. On the bonnet we're going to be using hbbody's 261 polyester primer. It's an ultra high build hybrid like a polyester, however it's non-porous so it can be painted over with solvent or water-based paints. The wings will get a coat of 607 primer. In this case it will be black because of the colour of the car is going, and again it's all a wet on wet system, so I'll get to putting the materials on and I will explain more in the next video. Right, so a little information on 987 epoxy before we start. It is a wet on wet epoxy sealer with a 1-to-1 mix. It is a two coat system, so two light coats, I believe 40 microns, but you have to check the data sheet, and a flash off time of 10 minutes between coats. Now this stuff is sandable after 6 to 7 hours at 20 degrees, again check the data sheet. Failing that, you have a 24-hour window to overcoat it. If you exceed 24 hours, it can be overcoated with itself without abrasion. However, if you're like me, you won't do that. You'll give it a quick scuff and you'll go again. However, in this instance, we won't be waiting 24 hours. We will be waiting 45 minutes to 1 hour. Okay, so now the 987 epoxy is on. It's been an hour since I've laid it down and it's ready for its next coat. So as I explained earlier, the bonnet is having a coat of HB's 261 polyester high build primer. Now it kind of acts like a polyester spray filler. The difference is it's a little more viscous and lays down flatter, but it's also non-porous, so that's why I called it a hybrid. You can prep it to do water-based base coat, it will accept that. You can use solvent, or you can prime, whatever. It's very, very versatile product. In this case, we're using the 261 because it's a flat panel. It's going to be seen. This car will hopefully be on display at the NEC in November. So it's a flat panel. We're going to block it nice and flat, reprime it, block the primer, ready for the finished product. Now we'll move on to the wings. Now the 987 has acted as a sealer in this case, so there's no reactions between the substrates. So it's gone over the factory finish, or in this case a second paint job, sealed everything in, and because they're in good condition and it's not a huge flat surface, there doesn't seem to be much point in using the 261. So on this one it will be hbbody 607 black high build primer. Again, really versatile product, holds up really well. You can get it on there and it won't run off the panel. So let's get to mixing it up. I'm going to do them both at the same time. I'll do the 261 first, and then straight after do the 607 as a bit of overspray. Won't matter because it's getting blocked. The reason I'm doing that is because there's a marker on the bottle for how much to use. So in this case, a half tin of 261 and half of the hardener. So there you go, that's 607 black left overnight. And unfortunately the 261 I forgot to leave its finish as I used the primer overspray as a guide coat. But trust me, it's nice and smooth when it's done.